You know, you see a lot on big wave surfing these days, especially on YouTube, don't you? Guys like Tom Carroll, Mike Parsons, Ross Clark, Jones, Laird Hamilton, they tell you give you all these tips on how you're supposed to train for big wave surfing, like all this rubbish about walking along the bottom of the ocean carrying rocks and all this sort of nonsense, you know, wearing special flotation vests and all this total rubbish. You know, being a massive wave rider myself, I'm actually in training at the moment. So, you know, because I want to surf a 200-foot wave before I turn 70. So I'm going to give you some tips, real tips. These are proper tips about how to surf big waves. Don't listen to all this other rubbish, all this stuff that these guys want to tell you. First thing you need to do is you need to learn to practice wipeouts. They never tell you that, do they? So I'm in special training at the moment. You see, these guys won't give you these sort of tips. Here's my number one tip. The first thing you got to do, if you're going to be serious about big wave surfing, like I am, is that you have to learn to wipe out properly. You have to practice wiping out. Why do you have to practice wiping out? Because you have to learn to be able to take in a deep breath while you're screaming. And I practice this 10 times a day every day. Help! Somebody help! Man, it annoys me when they go on their lunch break. The second thing, or the second tip that I can give you, the second thing that I do, that I practice all the time, and you need to do it too, it's vital, it's important. You don't know how long you're going to be under the water, and you need to practice this day after day. And if you find some of your mates down there with you, then have a meal together. And if you want to stay calm, have a smoke while you're waiting. And a cup of tea. And when you're practicing holding your breath at home, make it authentic as possible. Make sure you put soap bubbles in the bath as well. Oh, and one other thing. Here's a tip for you from someone who is a really good big wave rider. Someone who does rip, me. Take this tip from me. You young guys, don't go around telling everybody how good you are and how you rip. Let your surfing speak for itself.